Hello to be established. It's Tuesday! So hello everyone. Today I'm actually recording on my day, so I'm really excited that I was able to get it all together in order for this to work. First off, I just want to say that I'm very envious of you, James, and possibly Rachel, for maybe going to DragonCon. For those not in the know, DragonCon is a sci-fi fantasy multi-interest convention. It's second largest only to Comic-Con, and fortunately for the native Georgians, DragonCon is held in Atlanta, Georgia during Labor Day weekend. And for those who are not in the know, this weekend is Labor Day weekend. So it is very exciting for friends and family that I know who are attending. I sadly will be not, since I am in Vancouver, and I've gone to DragonCon 6 out of the past 8 years, and I've had a fabulous time every time I've gone. It has become a family event, so if you see a random blonde girl dressed as Samantha Carter or as a avatar from Avatar, then you most likely have run into my cousin Sam. Let me move on to Ester's challenge, which I need to read something. Okay. Name and username, Mary, and on YouTube, I'm Ducks and Daisies, which I have not posted anything on. Perry, Georgia, to be exact. Pronounce the following words: ant, roof, root, wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, shore, data, ruin, crayon, New Orleans, pecan, both, probably, again, spitting image, avenue, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, pajamas, cot, naturally, aluminum, GIF, tumbler, crackerjack, doorknob, envelope, gaboy. I don't know how you're supposed to say that, actually. Drawing, tomato, often, dog, February, syrup, leisure, about, process, status, there you go. Organization, orange, talk, mobile, idea, dynasty, renaissance, patronize, breakfast, drawer, horror, herbs. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? I've only heard the term TP before. What is a bubbly carbonated drink called? Usually soda, or since we live in the South, some sort of Coca-Cola company themed item. What do you call gym shoes? Runner shoes? I'm not quite sure. What do you call your grandparents? Usually some form of grandma and grandpa, insert last name here, of paternal or maternal lines. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry the groceries at the supermarket? A buggy? I think it's a buggy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with buggy. Otherwise it's a cart, I guess. I don't know. I come from two worlds. What is the thing that you change the TV channel with? A remote? Do you think you have an accent? I don't think I actually have an accent. However, if you have me read aloud any short story by Flannery O'Connor, I will gain a southern accent. If I am in Italy for longer than 10 days, I will start speaking in a southern accent, as my friend Jessica Morato can attest to. You do have a choice of genteel or country southern accent in that case. Okay, onwards. Be a wizard or a vampire? Really? There's actually any sort of contest in choosing what it's going to be, I would go with wizard. A Good Man is Hard to Find by Flannery O'Connor. My mother didn't want to go to Florida. She wanted to visit some of her connections in East Tennessee, and she was seizing at every chance to change Bailey's mind. Bailey was the son she lived with, her only boy. He was sitting on the edge of his chair at the table, bent over the orange sports section of the journal. "Now look here, Bailey," she said. "See here, read this." And she stood with one hand on her thin hip, and the other rattling the newspaper at his bald head. "Here's this fellow that calls himself the Misfit is loose from the federal pen and is headed toward Florida, and you read here what it says he did to these people. You just read it. I couldn't take my children any direction with a criminal like that loose in it. I couldn't answer to my conscience if I did." And that would be my attempt at a Southern accent, impromptu-like. Need clean now. That would be in reference to the state of my apartment right now.